An old, gnarled oak tree stood in the heart of Whispering Glen. To anyone passing by, it was just a tree, but attached to its trunk was a motion-activated camera placed by a gentle wildlife researcher named Elara. She wanted to see the forest's hidden heart. As the sun set, the camera's infrared LEDs glowed softly. The first visitor was a badger, its black and white face caught in a grainy image. It sniffed the air, suspicious of the strange object, before shuffling off on its nightly forage. A family of raccoons arrived next. They weren't just searching for food, they were playing. The footage showed the kids tumbling over each other, wrestling, and chasing their own tails in the silvery moonlight. A sudden blur shot past the lens. The camera, set to record video, captured the aftermath. A great horned owl, perched on a low branch, silently consuming a vole. It was a stark, powerful moment of the forest's natural order. A red fox, sleek and beautiful, stopped directly in front of the camera. It tilted its head, its intelligent eyes reflecting the infrared light. It seemed to be studying its own reflection, fascinated by the tiny device. The most surprising footage came next. The fox was still there when a curious deer fawn, separated from its mother, wandered into the frame. Instead of aggression, the fox gave the fawn a gentle sniff before trotting away. The fawn waited, and its mother soon arrived to lead it to safety. A porcupine, looking like a slow-moving pincushion, ambled into view. It waddled up to the oak tree and began quietly gnawing on the bark, completely unaware of the camera documenting its solitary meal. A striped skunk, confident in its powerful defense, marched boldly into the center of the frame. It rummaged through a pile of leaves, unearthed a beetle larva, and ate it with gusto before waddling on. Two coyotes appeared, not hunting but bonding. They nuzzled each other, play-bowed, and let out soft yips. It was a tender moment of affection between two often misunderstood creatures. Later, the coyote mother returned alone, carrying a rabbit in her jaws. She dropped it and let out a soft call. 3 playful pups tumbled out of the undergrowth for their dinner, their energy a blur on the camera. The infrared light caught the smallest of creatures, a mouse. It stood on its hind legs, twitching its nose, before darting in a series of frantic, zigzagging patterns across the forest floor. A praying mantis, almost alien-like, climbed onto the camera itself. It stayed perfectly still for hours, its head swiveling, waiting for an unsuspecting moth to fly within reach of its lightning-fast arms. The peace was shattered when 2 male raccoons stumbled into each other. What started as a hissing standoff turned into a rolling, tumbling, noisy fight over territory, until one finally retreated. A flying squirrel launched from a branch high above the camera, its skin flaps stretching to form wings. It sailed silently through the beam of the camera, a ghostly acrobat in the dark. As the first hint of dawn lightened the sky, a woodcock began its bizarre and beautiful courtship flight near the camera, spiraling high into the air before tumbling down, its feathers making a peculiar whistling sound. With the approaching dawn, the nocturnal animals vanished. The last capture was a deer mouse scurrying back to its burrow just as the first songbird, a sparrow, landed on the oak tree and began its morning chirp.